Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. Last 4 weeks, we have been celebrating Diwali in Toronto here. And I know in some parts of the world, the celebration still continues. A movement of living up, a movement of togetherness, a movement of celebrations and being grateful to one another. So, moving on, it is such a beautiful segue to the Tuesday morning. And the topic today is something took me a long time to work upon it myself as well. So, I'm looking forward to that. We have a couple more minutes, so I will wait for that time for everybody to join in that has chimed into LinkedIn or Facebook or any platform this is being streamed on right now. I would say from the last one we did, the episode one of choosing yourself, thank you. I am so grateful for receiving some beautiful messages of encouragement, messages of people acknowledging that they are going through something similar. And it is a constant battle, I would say. This space is to feel safe and talk about any doubts, fears, insecurities, and bad habits that we have because we're reprogramming our brain. That means the certain bad habits that we had, even though we understand what the new way of doing it is, it takes a while for us to reprogram our brains. So, coming from that, I would say every time we approach it, every time I'm looking at something that I figured out how to crack it down, it does reappear many times in a different situation, different people, different circumstances that we are on. But at least we have a bag of tool. We know how we did something like that. We dealt how in the past, and we know how to do it all over again. So, giving from that, I would say I'm going to wait few more seconds to be right on track to begin our the morning Kiran. First of all, I am so grateful to each one of you that is either having a cup of tea at this moment and tuning in to just share and add into whatever your thought and experience has been, or anybody that is driving at this point, going to schools, dropping kids off, or going to work, and chiming into at the same time to join us as well. So it is 7 a.m. and let's begin. Good morning, beautiful souls. Thank you for choosing to be here, not for me, but for you. This is the morning Karen, a kind, gentle pause in your Tuesday, a space where we get to breathe, feel, smile, and remember we matter. So before the world asks you to hurry and perform, I want you to enjoy and invite yourself to simply arrive. So let's do that together. Take a slow breathe in, hold, and exhale. So last week, we spoke about choosing ourselves first. But let's be honest, choosing yourself is hard when deep inside a tiny voice whispers, but I'm not good enough. Today, that is the voice we're going to meet, understand, and gently soften. I am not good enough. Four simple words, but they carry so much weight. You might not say them out loud, but they hide in your thoughts. Before a presentation, when someone praises you and think, if I only knew the truth. Or when you're scrolling through LinkedIn or any other social platforms and your thought is, they're doing so much better than me. And guess what? You're not alone. Been there, done that, and I still continue to do that. We all have these doubts and fears and insecurities and bad habits that often come, but you start championing them to the point that every time they come, you're self aware of it and you know what to do in that circumstance at that moment to recorrect yourself, to divert your brain, to control, learn how to control your brain. So if I look at the stats, the research says 80% of the people, including CEOs, doctors, artists, experience imposter syndrome. That means 8 out of 10 people around you have thought, I'm not good enough. I don't belong here. And I want to remind you, self doubt is loud, truth is quiet, and the truth is you are enough. So let's settle that in your heart for a moment, and let me take you to a place in my own journey. Once upon a time, I was sitting in a boardroom, long table, confident voices, big decisions were being made. And on the outside, I looked fine, maybe even strong. But inside, my heart was racing. My mind kept saying, why am I here? Someone else is smarter than me. And if I speak, they're gonna know I don't belong. So I was hesitant to speak. I was quiet and I was just nodding and smiling, but I hid all the doubt and the fear within me. I was so particular to only ask exactly what I was being asked, and I wasn't open at all. After that meeting, thankfully and gratefully, someone I deeply respected pulled me aside, and said, Kiran, your silence isn't humility. You earned this seat. So speak your truth. That movement did not erase all my insecurities, but something shifted. Not because the self doubt disappeared, but because I realized I was the only one believing I did not deserve to be there. So, a reminder to ourselves, the only people still questioning your worth might be just you. So let's be clear on this. Self doubt is not a weakness. It is not a failure either. It is often a sign that you care deeply about doing well, for performing well, for doing well to others around you in the task you are involved in. But when we start to believe that, and we believe that we're not good enough, and we repeatedly say that in our minds again and again, hundreds times, thousands times, million times in a day. We don't even know the mind is going in that vicious cycle of, again, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. In every circumstance, in every situation, in every place we are, what do we create? We start believing that doubt. We start believing that self doubt, which we just created with our thoughts, and start turning it into a reality in the shape of fear, in the shape of perfectionism, in the shape of comparison, in the shape of silence. And we go inward and we start shutting down. We're doubting ourselves at every moment. It's like driving with fog on your windshield. It doesn't mean you're lost. You just need tools to clear the view in front of you. So let's remind ourselves, you were never meant to be perfect. You were just meant to be present and move to one logical step ahead of you. So here's the gentle work: how to shift not enough, and something that you can use as a daily practice on a going basis. So here's a gentle work: not to fight that voice, but to retrain that voice. This is very important. You're not fighting with that voice, you're just retraining that voice. It's your mind that is wired in a certain way, and all you're going to do is, if you try to fight it, it fights back. It's like telling a child, don't do it, they're going to do it. So, same thing applies to our brain. Don't tell them, don't think like that. All you do is make soft, certain nudge to retrain your mind. So, how do you do it? Number one, name it. When that thought shows up, instead of believing it, say, oh, that's just a self doubt voice, not a reality. And just telling yourself, say it 3 times, that's not the self doubt voice. That's not the reality. That's not the self doubt voice. That is not the reality. That is just a self doubt voice that is not my reality. And inhale that in. Oh, that is just a self doubt voice. That is not my reality. And see how you feel. See how you react to that. Chances are, the more you're going to see it, you're going to expand and you're going to start believing that instead. You just have to constantly tell yourself that is just a self doubt, a voice of my self doubt. It is not reality. It does not define me. It does not show what I truly am. The second thing you can do is just change the sentence. So, the way our mind is saying, I'm not ready, just make a slight shift. I'm learning. If your mind is saying, what if I fail? You say, what if I am growing? Those slight nudges and shift will start training your mind and rewiring it all over again. Another way to do it, the third one, look at the facts, not the feelings. So write down 3 moments that showed up well, big or small, and your mind just need evidence. So once again, write down 3 moments you showed up very well, whether it's a small one, whether it's a big one, and your mind needs evidence. So it starts accepting that you are good enough. Another one that you can do is a small, brave action that can help you build confidence. Confidence doesn't come before you act, it always comes after. So, say one sentence in the meeting, share one thought. Even if your heart is beating, racing fast, you say one thing and everybody acknowledge in the room, and you sit down or you go quiet again and you're like, it was actually not bad. People thought I'm smart in the room. And that's all you needed. Share that one thought. Stand a little taller than your fear. Make another consecutive step to do the same. And you will expand because those brave actions are going to start building confidence in you. So let's remind ourselves, confidence isn't the absence of doubt, it is moving forward anyways. So I want you to pause gently. Think of one place in your life where the voice shows up a lot, whether it's work, whether it is during parenting, whether it's relationship, whether it's your body, whether it is something that you're working towards, your goals, anything that you have, a project that you're leading, anything that you have where that little voice shows up again and again. That is something instantly that your mind will pick if you just think for 3 seconds what comes out. And you don't need to fix it now. The aim is not that we have these 4 ways and it's going to all go away. No, you're just going to make small shift. Practice it. Sometime when I have come through in my life a doubt, or even a doubt that I conquered and it reappears in a different situation, different way, I take that and I write about it every day for like 30 days, 60 days, till I feel that subconsciously I have trained myself again. And what I'm doing is I'm writing them down. I acknowledge I have it. I accept it. And then I ask for direction. I write down the ways that comes and flow through my mind of what tools I can utilize them. And then I practice them. Every night before I go to bed, I write them down as my victories. How did I succeeded in conquering that for that one day? So one day at a time. And that is you noticing it, you not trying to fix it, you are just making awareness as your first act of love. Just remember, awareness is your first act of love. So let's anchor this moment, hand on your heart if you can, and repeat softly after me. I am enough. I am learning and growing. I belong in every room I enter, not because I'm perfect, because I am present. Hold the breath with that and feel it land inside you. Now, all you got to do is as you get to work or the places you're going today, follow that. I am enough. I am learning and growing. I belong in every room, every conversation I enter, not because I'm perfect, because I'm present in the moment I am. And follow that and write down tonight what you conquer. Enter in the comments and tell me, what did you feel? What did you encourage? Now, before we log out, we have a couple of minutes, so I'm going to answer certain questions that I have been receiving over the last 1 week, probably last few days since the topic was announced. Is couple moments of reflection. And if no one, what if I still feel like a fraud even when I'm successful? That question, I know many of you said not to disclose your name, so I would leave it to you to disclose as you feel like in the comments of this post. But the question is amazing. What if I still feel like a fraud even when I'm successful? I would say success doesn't heal self trust. Success is what you see outside. This doubt is within you, but self compassion does. So keep showing up, keep practicing whichever tool resonate with you, and let your actions teach your mind. Thank you for the question. Another question that I had: how do I stop comparing myself? Comparison is automatic. Remember, our brain does things many times that we don't even know. We just get trapped in that vicious cycle. So, comparison is completely automatic, but awareness is your choice. So, instead of saying, why them, ask, what is this showing me about me? What is this showing me about me? And that's a step of self-awareness for you to say, what are you going through it, so that then you can take the steps forward. I'm going to take one more question before our time is up. Can I still have self-doubt and be confident? That's a good one. Can I still have self-doubt and be confident? I would say yes. Confident is not the absence of your doubt, and it's a decision to act even with it. It's just a decision that you are going to present yourself as confident. And as you start presenting yourself and you start telling your mind, you start believing in it. So it is just a decision to act even with it until you believe in that. And also, I think I shared it last time. One of the things that I had learned from my mentor years ago is believe in those that believe in you till you believe in yourself. So if you feel you have a lack of confidence, believe in the people that think that you're very confident, and you're showcasing through your actions the ability and the result of your confidence, and believe in that till you start developing in yourself with the actions and the daily tools that you do. So with that, it is 7:15 and time for us to get on with our lives for today. I wish you all a beautiful week ahead, and I look forward to hear from you the topics that you want to talk about, the doubts, the fears, the insecurities, the bad habits that you have on your list. I would be happily able to bring those into the conversation and share with each other. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for choosing this safe space. I will see you next Tuesday at 7 a.m. Until then, laugh, share, and feel good. Thank you.